everyone, welcome back to another Kevin's Creations here on Geektopia Island. I'm Kevin.
I'm Cardwell.
And we're back today to showcase a brand new deck. It's kind of a rehash of an old deck from set 1 of this block, but it is what it is. We have new cards for it, so we're gonna make it better and see what it can do.
Yep.
We are going to talk about the blue ruler from the first set, Selesta herself, because she got a lot more love in the little yellow box. So we're gonna see what we can do.
Yep.
But before we get into it, guys, I remind you that we do have a Patreon. The link is down below. Go check it out. It really just gives us extra dollars to give us some love and support. We greatly appreciate it. Also, you'll get in our Patreon, you'll get access to all of our videos early. You'll get extra access to our Discord and all the other fun stuff that we have in there. Go check it out. Also down below is our FOW Grimoire, which is our Force Will database for the game. And you can build any kind of deck you need to on the fly or whatever you're doing. You're just like, hey, I'm out and about and you have a deck idea. You just need to put it down real quick. Boom, done. Easy mode. It's super simple to use and super straightforward. We really like it. It's what we build all our decks on now.
Oh, yeah.
With that, guys, let's talk about Treasure Island. So, our girl Selesta is the treasure hunter. She is the blue ruler from set 1 of this block.
Yeah.
She's
silly.
Yeah, she's pretty busted. So Judgment is 2 blue and 1. And then she energizes for blue. And then Exploration is her ability. You pay 0. And then X is the number of... you may look at the top X cards of your deck. You may reveal a card from among them. If it's a treasure, remove from the game. Put the rest in the bottom of your deck in any order. Where X is the number of magic stones you control. Play this ability only during your turn and only once per turn. So every turn you pay 0 and you get to look at the top X, whatever equal to your stones, and remove a card, essentially, is what you're hoping for. You can pay X, choose X cards from your removed area that were removed from the X by an exploration ability you controlled. Put a copy of each of those cards onto the chase. Play this ability only during your turn and only once per turn.
That's free spells, free power, free everything.
Yeah, it's disgusting because you're just like, cool. And even if this treasure costs 2, it only costs 1 because you're like, cool, I'm going to make a copy of it.
Yeah.
And they just get put on the stack so they can't really be countered, which is kind of nice. You're just like, hey, cool, it doesn't cast them, so you're just like, cool, it's there.
And since it's free, you're just doing it every turn anyway to get a free spell on the side that you can always play. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you still have to pay the 1 for it, but
yeah.
It is technically a spell that you'll always get there, so it's like you get an extra hand.
Yeah.
And then when she judgments, she turns into a 1/1, but she gets +7/+7 for each treasure in a removed area that was removed by an exploration ability you control. So she gets huge real quick.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Doesn't matter if it's the same name or not, but she just gets bigger on those.
Because for some reason, they don't think you're going to do it more than once.
Yeah, I don't know. This card gains Eternal as long as there are 5 or more treasures with different names that were removed by an exploration ability you controlled. And then she still has the pay X, do
your spells,
do the
free
spells for free.
Yeah, pretty much.
She is disgusting, and when she judgments, the turn you judgment her is probably the turn you're going to try to win because you have your deck set up, because this deck likes to draw a lot and then set up and then gets to kill. Kind of how this deck is supposed to be and what it does.
Just a giant explosion. All right, first one of the new cards of the 0.5 set is Lunya Master Guide. It's a 1 blue 4/4. Enter, you may search your deck for a treasure card and reveal it, then shuffle the rest of your deck and put it on top of it. At the end of turn, if you play exploration ability this turn, draw a card. That's just free cards.
This card is nuts for this deck.
Yes.
Because you're like, hey, cool, play this on turn 1. I gain a blocker.
Yep.
I get a free exploration because you're guaranteed that 1 exploration then. So you play the 1 and then you explore with her. And you're like, cool, free guaranteed.
And the fact that you get to choose what you want. Many of the treasures that we'll go through, it's like, yeah, I'll take that turn 1.
And then at the end of the turn, you draw the card. And you're just like, cool, free card draw.
Yeah, thanks.
Next is Lightning Rod Mermaid. She is also a new addition, and this card is disgusting. So 1 blue for 2/6. Your opponent must target this card with the spells or abilities if able, and whenever this card is targeted by a spell or an ability, it gains barrier until the end of turn. So you're like, cool, all your things that are going to target my J ruler, because most cards say target J/Resonator. They have to target her first, so that's your whole purpose for having her. And
if you play blue, you play this card no matter what, every second. The next, of course, is Celeste, Sorceress of Sending Back and then Send Back. So as 1 blue 3/5, enter, you may return target Resonator to its owner's hand. If an entity your opponent controls would be put into its owner's hand by an ability of another card, you may put it on the bottom of the owner's deck instead, which is extremely powerful. And then the chant part of it is return target addition Resonator or Regalia to its owner's hand for 1. So you have this and her, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, so anything that puts it on the bottom, the likelihood of them seeing that card again is pretty low.
Yeah, exactly. There's not much shuffle in Force of Will.
Yeah.
honestly.
Next up is Kiki, Celesta's partner / Kiki's Exploration. It is 1 blue for a 0/1 little squirrel guy, and he's totally adorable.
Yep.
Prevent all non-battle damage that would be dealt to this card. Enter, draw 2 cards, then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. And then while this card is revealed in your deck by an exploration, you may play it. And then the chance side is quick cast 1 blue, shuffle this card into your deck, then explore 4. So either way, this card is amazing. So if you have it in your hand, you're like, cool, play it. I have a 0/1 that can block everything. And then it gets to give you free cards because you draw 2 and put a treasure back on top. That's mostly what it's for, is to stack your deck how you want it.
And then you explore, and then done.
Yeah.
All right, Fiola, Spirit of Oblivion. It's 2 blue, 5/6. It is a quick cast spirit. So enter, put target non-magic Resonator spell on the bottom of its owner's deck. Remove this card from the graveyard from the game. Put 4 wall encounters on a water J ruler you control. So it's just amazing just to be like, that spell, get out of here.
Yeah. It stops terrible spells and it makes your J ruler bigger because you're like, hey, cool, I'm going to kill you.
Yep, done.
Next up is the Wise Dragon. He is 5 blue for a 16/17 flyer. You pay blue less for each treasure removed in your removed area by an exploration ability. And then enter, return up to 2 non-magic, non-stone, non-J ruler entities your opponent controls to their owner's hand, draw a card. So for technically 5 or less, you get to bounce 2 things and have a 16/17 body.
By turn,
I don't see what's wrong with that.
No, not at all. By turn 3, you can have this 16/17 flyer.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
It's very disgusting. All right, our first treasure, of course, is Endless Purse. It's a 1-drop treasure. Quick cast, you have no maximum insights until end of game, and then draw a card. And then, of course, shuffle this in the owner's deck as it resolves, as all treasures do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be the running thing, but it's good.
This is one of the ones you want pretty quickly because you're going to have a lot of cards in hand, and this allows you to keep them.
Oh, yeah.
Next is the Mermaid Thunder Parasol, which is 1 blue, quick cast treasure. This card does 400 damage for each card in your hand to target J Resonators. Shuffle this card into the deck, and as it resolves. So again, it's just the more cards you have in your hand, the better this card gets.
If you're able to get this with the Master Guide turn 1, every other turn you're just killing all their enemies, all your Resonators, you know? It just controls the game. Celestina's Tremendous Treasure Trove. It's 1 blue. It's a quick cast. Draw a card. Shuffle this card in the owner's deck as it resolves. Treat this card in your removed area as 2 treasures with different names. And all copies of this card share the same 2 names. So there you go.
That was its way to make sure you can't cheat it by getting 2 of these.
And then just having 4 immediately.
Yeah, but it's still really strong for her because it's a free 2. You're just like, cool, I get 2 instead of 1.
Yeah. And even be able to play the dragon on turn 2.
Yeah.
If you do this turn 1. It's ridiculous.
The Hidden History Selesta. It is 1 blue for an addition. Enter, draw a card, then put a card from your hand on top of the deck. Tap, produce a blue. Spend this wheel only to play activate abilities of cards named Selesta. So both sides of this is really strong because you get to set your deck up how you want for Selesta, and then you add blue to produce for her ability to be like, cool, play these spells for free.
Ridiculous. All right, Dispelling Stone is a 1 white treasure. Quick cast, destroy a target addition, draw a card. Good.
Yeah.
Just so good.
In a world full of additions right now, you're needing this because Lycaon's a card. Next up is Claw of the Dragonoid. It is your win con. It is 1 red. Your J ruler gains Pierce and Swiftness until the end of turn. Draw a card, shuffle this in. It's a treasure, so you go get it to make sure you have Swiftness.
Yep, and then be able to swing in with all the big damage. Next one is Arm of the Demon. It is 1 darkness treasure. Quick cast. J Resonators you control gain Drain and Bane until end of turn. Shuffle this card. Yeah, so good. Just to gain that life real quick.
The Grimoire of the 7 Luminaries. It is 1 green and 1 for a treasure. In quick cast, you gain 200 life for each magic stone you control. It's not like crazy good, but if you get it, it's just to help you get free explorations and other stuff. It's a cool card if you have extra things. And if you're playing aggro, you're just like, cool, I'm going to gain some life.
Yeah, late game, you can just do it and be like, yay, I gained 10, thanks.
Yeah.
Crown of the Ancient King. It is 2 blue treasure. Quick cast, J Resonators you control gain barrier and prevent the next damage that would be dealt to this card till end of turn. Just good to save all your dudes.
Oh, you have a Bane dude? That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's very. And how it says J Resonators, all your dudes.
And then the final treasure of the deck is Jewel of the Panda King. It is 2 blue. Return target non-magic stone, non-J rule entity to its owner's hand. Draw a card. So you get to bounce free things. You bounce everything but those 2, and you're like, cool, get it out of my life.
It's ridiculous. And that all does that work with the
Yeah. Because it's any
sending
source.
back?
Yeah, it's any source.
Okay.
That
It's not a spell, it's any source, yeah.
Yeah. Any source that bounces, it goes to the bottom if you have the girl in play.
So you win.
Yeah, it's pretty
After that.
disgusting.
And of course, the first spell, and not a treasure that we have, is Refrain Summoning. It's 2 blue mage art. If put a 4/8 water beast resonator token with enter, draw 3 cards, and put 2 of them on top of your from your hand on top of the deck of any order. So there you go.
Yeah, we're
Simple as
setting
that.
up, and you get a blocker to set up with, so it's pretty nice.
Heck yeah, that's really good.
The stones are really simple. We're playing water magic stones, and then we're playing epic stone of the treasure, which all it allows you to do is tap for any color for any treasures or things. So if
Yeah.
you need to cast the other ones, you can. But overall, this deck is super fun. We've played it before on the channel. It's pretty disgusting because
Yeah.
it gets up there quickly. The new cards just make it get there quicker, which is really, really what it needs, honestly.
Yeah, something as quick as turn 1, turn 2 wins.
Yeah. But the deck list will be down below, guys. So go check it out and leave us a like down below and let us know what you think. We'll see y'all again next time.
Goodbye.
Later. Also, guys, make sure you hit that like button down below and subscribe to our channel, and then hit that bell for any future notifications that you have for our videos.
We go ahead and give a big thank you to our fans for over the years, especially our Mythic and Above Patreon followers.
Thank you, Ryan.
With that, we love you. Thank you for your support.